What's up, everybody? Hope you are doing good. So today's video is actually going to be something different than what I've ever posted. It's originally what I wanted to do when I started this channel, and I did make a few videos at first, but took them down. And now I feel like that's kind of what I want to go back towards because it's really my biggest passion in life, and that is spirituality. Um, I love any kind of spiritual, any kind of subject. I love reading material about it. I know my stuff. A lot of people don't know, but I read tarot cards, and I've been reading them for probably a good 2 years now. I used to give lessons on it, and then I used to do it as a side business when I lived out in St. Louis, and I enjoyed it. It really was a passion of mine. And I know this video is not going to be for everybody. Some people, they don't believe in that kind of stuff, and that's perfectly okay. But I just kind of want to take this channel in the direction of the things that I feel I'm drawn to and what I love to do. So today's video is going to be on how I manifest anything in life that I want. And I know that sounds kind of far-fetched, but it's never failed me not one time, y'all. But the thing is, you have to believe subconsciously and deep down that you can manifest that. I mean, can you manifest wings growing out your back? No, probably not, because deep down you're not going to believe that. You don't believe that's true. But when you think about other things like trying to enter a relationship and finding the perfect person, or trying to find the perfect house, those things are believable, and that's really what I started out practicing when I began. The law of attraction, law of assumption. I mean, it's pretty powerful stuff, and basically what that means is like attracts like. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you put your attention to will show up more in your reality. And I used to be bad to, y'all seen my videos, some of the stuff that's happened back through my lifetime. And, going through all that, I really held a victim-like mentality. And so that brought me more and more situations where I was victim, or at least I felt victim. And so once I began to change my mindset and look at myself as that I'm in control of my life, I began to find myself in different situations, around different people, around better people. I always focused on what I did not want in life. And you think if you focus on what you don't want, it will bring you what you do want, but it doesn't work like that. I used to focus completely on things that I didn't want to happen, and those would end up, popping up into my reality, in my world, and showing up for me. Then finally I learned about the law of attraction. I began getting to spirituality, and I began changing my life with it. And that's why I am where I am today, y'all. That's why I'm a lot happier of a person. That's why I've done a lot of healing, is because I really dedicated a part of myself and my life to studying things that are metaphysical, esoteric, and it really brought and still brings me a lot of joy. One thing that I do know when trying to manifest anything is that you have to focus on what you want. Like I said earlier, you don't need to focus on what you don't want. When you focus on what you want, it will bring that into your reality. I've manifested some cool stuff in my life. I started out with simple things like a cup of coffee, or there was one, it was a rubber duck, and it's very weird at first. It really startled me some because I was like, I can't believe that actually worked, but it did, and I have never lost any faith in it. I mean, it's been reliable since day one of practicing it. And a lot of things one thing that really helps me out when trying to manifest is journaling and visualizations. So you take out a journal and you write down in the journal what you want to happen in your life, but you write it down as if you already have it, and that will attract it and bring it into your life. I have a whole journal, y'all, of things that I have written down as if it had already happened, or if it was happening then, and it all came true. I have that journal. I have some stuff about my relationships. I have stuff about getting a house, getting a car, and it all came true. But once, you have to get into the correct mindset, though. You have to get rid of your limiting beliefs, and you have to tell yourself and begin to repeat to yourself with affirmations that it is on its way. One of the best things that helped me kind of click in my head that, I can accomplish this is before I would go to bed at night, I would just kind of lay there, and as I drifted off into sleep, I would give myself these affirmations, and pretended as if I already did have what I wanted, and it really helped. I mean, it really brought me a lot of cool stuff. And when you see that you are in control of your life, it really changes your perspective on everything. Because y'all, for the longest time, I just did not feel like I was in control of my life. In reality, you always are, but just wasn't aware of that. I was uneducated, I was ignorant, and I thought that I was just falling victim to so many things. And when I began practicing the law of attraction and the law of assumption and really started getting into the hang of it, I really began to see that, I know what's best for me, and I know that I can accomplish that no matter what. I am in control. Nobody else is in control of my reality but myself. And, when you feel out of control in life like that, it will bring you down. You feel very hopeless. You feel helpless. It's very depressing because you feel like you're at the mercy of everything and everyone. And that's really no way to live. And so, I kind of just got tired of feeling that way one day. And I watched a video on YouTube, and I had never heard of any kind of spiritual terms before. I knew, Christian terms from my growing up days and the way I was raised, but I've ever watched a video and I thought, at first I didn't believe it. I thought this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But, I took a little leap of faith and I tried it, and I saw the results that I got, and I saw the good things that it brought to me, and I've never stopped since. And then, and from there on, I began getting into tarot cards, and it took a while for me to learn that, y'all. It was difficult, but at the same time, it came naturally to me. It's, based on, you need to know the meaning of the cards, but a lot of it comes from intuition, and tarot will help build your intuition. And, I've been pretty accurate so far with everyone that I've ever read, and I'll give myself personal readings, and everything pretty much is, I've done very well. And I'm very proud of that, because the one thing about me following a spiritual path is that it helps people. Like, that's my whole goal in life, is to help people. And I really want to do it through spirituality and through, I just love metaphysical stuff, and I like using the crystals and all kinds of stuff. I'm really into all that, and a lot of people like on YouTube don't know that. But I thought, it's time to change it and to do what I want and kind of change the audience that I'm looking for. Because I feel like, as passionate as I am about spirituality, I feel like when I make my content about it, I will put so much more love and effort into it, and it will just, I feel like it really will flourish, and I really will finally do well on YouTube and get to where I want to get, because I want to write a book one day. I've been wanting to write a book. I have a lot already written out that I was going to put into it, and it has a spiritual basis to it. And, at the same time, I want to do my tarot card readings on the side. And eventually, guys, on my channel, I'm going to do tarot card readings. It's just going to be called a pick a card video. And, I don't know if any of y'all ever watched any of those videos or not, like the pick a cards. The videos that I have seen have been pretty damn accurate in my life. And, sometimes it's kind of creepy. It's weirded me out before, the things that it spoke, the things it told me that was going on in my life. I just don't see how anybody can just know that. It's pretty strange. But, like I said, I want to use my techniques, my beliefs, everything that I agree with and love. I want to put it on YouTube and do a spiritual channel, and to kind of just help people, and to make sure that, I want to make sure people are able to understand the concepts, because it can be confusing. I used to get very confused when I first started out. But, now that I've done a lot of research, asked a lot of questions, and here I am now. So, guys, it was so good to see everybody again. My next video, I will be back in probably a few days or so. I took a little time off since my last video just to try to get all this figured out. But, yep, just stick around, like the video, subscribe, and I will have more videos posted in a few days. Bye, guys.